When we met with Lucasfilm Games to sort of discuss this idea for this game years ago now, we knew that we really wanted to explore the scoundrel fantasy. And with the team that we have here, we've been working on, the Division 2, you have Avatar, and many other types of open world games. A lot of people come from other Ubisoft studios as well. So it's definitely a kind of hallmark that we are very comfortable in. We know how to make open world games and tell compelling stories in open world. So that expertise was something that we were eager to do because we would love to see a game do that ourselves, since it's very fresh for Star Wars in particular. And it's something that Lucasfilm was really excited about as well, because it hasn't really been done like this before.
And if I can add to that, I think the fact that this is an open world game was also a chance for us to let people who've seen those movies but have always dreamed to see behind the curtain and explore those worlds, to let them do that exactly. So like John was saying, we want to be as authentic and faithful as possible, so that you feel when you play the game that you're exploring those places that you've seen in the movies, but also discover things that are not so expected and new and fresh. Yeah, and something that guided a lot of our decisions was that very early on we decided that we wanted to make a game about the scoundrel fantasy. And part of that, the Star Wars scoundrel, is going from bustling cities where the syndicates rule to those vast and beautiful worlds that you can explore on your speeder, to the vastness of space that you can explore with your ship and jump between systems. So to us, it felt very natural that this would, translate into an open world experience.
And also for Kay, the main character, one of her driving motivations is this wanderlust, this sense of wanting to be free, to explore, to live without, oppression and hard rules and so on. And I think that in tandem with the open world and the freedom that we actually give players, it really resonates in the story. We're very much grounded in our protagonist, Kay Vess, and she is her own kind of person. She's not part of the Skywalker saga. And there's, the tone that you can see in the movie specifically around the kind of the Galactic Civil War and the Luke Skywalker kind of journey. It's not like it's happening in tandem with our story here. But since we're anchoring it very much in Kay and Nix and kind of the heist crew that is featured in this story, there are definitely, things that are very, very specific to how we're telling the story here.
The reputation system is a representation of your relationship with the crime syndicates of the underworld. So you'll work for them and against them sometimes, and based on your actions and your choices, your reputation will fluctuate and go up and down. So it's a very transactional relationship that you have with them. You're not friends, or you have no allegiance to any particular syndicate. It's not your goal. Your goal is to find your freedom, to reach your objectives. You will use the syndicates as much as they will use you, and that's going to have some repercussions. Sometimes you'll have a good reputation with them, and they will like you. They will give you better opportunities, better jobs, better deals. They will let you roam their territories and the parts of the world they control. Sometimes you'll have a bad reputation, and there, of course, your life will be a little harder when they control that corner of the galaxy. So it's really something for the player to express choices and strategy and decide how they want to shape their own adventure.
It's one of the things that drew us to the whole game in the first place, and this idea of the scoundrel archetype. So, it's a tradition that goes like way back, of course, and you have Captain Blood and Robin Hood that inspired George Lucas, and of course fans of Star Wars can look at like no further than Han Solo, of course, as the kind of archetype scoundrel. So we knew that we had precedents. We could look at those characters, what made them likable and interesting, and so on. So when we crafted Kay and started writing her story and kind of getting to know her in the process, we knew that, this needs to be a character that you want to play, that you're rooting for, that is, even though she's doing questionable things, she's always morally right if she's not lawfully right. Like, she's dealing with criminals and so on, but she has a code that is very important to her. She's never punching down, for example. She's not going after the weak and vulnerable like Jabba would. And if anything, Kay is only, using the Hutt cartel, for example, to reach her own ends, but she's making sure to not pick up things that she would feel bad about doing. So I'd say that she's still very much a heroine, even though she's not a goody two-shoes heroine. She is a thief, she is an outlaw and a scoundrel. The whole galaxy is full of these people who are just trying to survive, especially under the shadow of the Empire, really. So it is a story about those kinds of people and how they, struggle and survive and ultimately get to sort of fulfill their dreams.
Yeah, I think I speak for the whole team saying that we have this huge amount of respect for the franchise and the work achieved by Lucasfilm Games on Star Wars over 4 decades of world building. So getting the chance to contribute to that, becoming a little piece of the Star Wars galaxy and bringing something new to it comes with, of course, a lot of joy and fun every day. But also, a lot of pressure to deliver something that's gonna make the fans happy. So I think we're all really proud of what we're delivering with this game. But of course, it's this is something that makes us want to perform to our best every day.